Hi everyone. So basically today what I wanted to talk to you about was spots. Really, putting it bluntly, and in specific how spots affect me and how they've affected me for I'd say probably about the last 10 years, and basically just the things that I've tried to help get rid of them. Obviously some things have been good and some things haven't been so good. So just wanted to share my experiences with you, just in the hope that it might help somebody out there really. Obviously what works for one won't necessarily work for another. But nevertheless, it's always good to hear different people's opinions and what other people have, tried and found good. So, I mean, to start with, my spots aren't, they're not really, really bad. Don't get me wrong. I know that there's people out there who do have severe acne, and I'm by no means saying that's what I do have. What I think mine are is more hormonal spots. So mine sort of tend to be more around, the jaw, going up onto the cheeks a little bit sometimes, but mainly around here, which they do say is more hormonal really. And yeah, definitely they seem to come about more at the time of the month as well, which once again corresponds to them being hormonal related. So yeah, uh, basically I'd say tried almost everything that you possibly could we could possibly think of to um to help get rid of them. And to begin with, when I was 16, I went on the pill, and I was on that pill for about 6 or 7 years, still a bit longer, and I've never had any problems with that pill. It's always been fine. And then all of a sudden they changed the packaging, and then ever since they did that, I started getting a lot more spots. So to me, I started thinking, well, have they sort of changed the ingredients in the products or something? So I went back to the doctor and asked for a different pill. And so far, I've been on that pill for about 6 months now. And although I do still get spots and quite frequently, they haven't been as bad as they were when I was coming to the end of the last lot of the pill before it. So, fingers crossed. That's not causing any breakouts as such. Yeah, product wise, I've been trying lots of different skincare ranges, some which I found to be really good, and others which I think have made them worse, if anything, because I find a lot of spot fighting products have quite high levels of alcohol, or quite, there's quite a lot of things like salicylic acid, which, don't get me wrong, is very good at unclogging pores and getting really deep down, into the skin. I think too many of those products on your skin at one time isn't necessarily the best thing to do. And for me, when I get a spot, I tend to throw as much things on my skin as I can, like, oh my gosh, I've got a spot, get rid of it, panic stations. And I think, generally when you get a spot, they say to just leave it, and it probably is the best thing to do, although when you've got one, especially one with a big head on it, you don't want to leave it, you want to just pop it and get rid of it. And then obviously there's the marks that it leaves behind, which is what I'm finding more so at the moment, although I've got a few fresh spots at the moment. Mainly I'm left from the marks from months ago, from spots that I've had, which is just very frustrating. Anyone out there who's going through that as well. Once again, I'm trying different products to try and help with that, and some of them, do seem to be helping, and others you just wonder if it's just a load of nonsense. Who knows? So another thing I've been trying to do is change my diet. I'm the type of person that loves junk food, aren't we all? And sweets, chocolate, crisps, anything sugary. That's my diet basically. I've never been able to stomach fruit or vegetables. It's never been something that I've enjoyed eating, or but recently I've tried to cut out as much sugar as I can. I know they say, that doesn't directly relate to your skin, but, I do think if all you're putting in your skin is rubbish, then, that's all that's going to come out in your pores. That's my opinion anyway. So I've been making fruit smoothies every day for the last 6 months. So I'm getting a fibre a day that way, and also eating foods that say on the tin contain one of your fibre a day as well. And try not to drink caffeine, an unnecessary stimulant. Just trying to have herbal tea, which is green tea, nettle tea, which at first, disgusting, couldn't stomach it, but I'm getting used to it now. I'm finding it, I'm quite enjoying them, and just drinking lots of water. Can't stress enough how much water is, it's just essential for our body, for our body to function normally, and just not drinking fizzy drinks or even fruit cordial. No added sugar, but most of them, even still, you're going to drink a lot of glasses a day. It's going to add up sugar-wise. So that for me has been a big thing in the last 6 months. As a sugar lover, trying not to eat sugar, and I do still the odd chocolate bar and things. You can't totally take everything out, but compared to what I was having before I started this, it's a massive difference. It's a big change for me, and I do think that is helping as well, definitely. So I've also, on my quest for clear skin, been trying quite a lot of treatments. So for any of you out there, have already heard of these, I probably just sound like I'm waffling on now, but microdermabrasion. So where they sort of use a machine to get granules onto the skin, and then they use that to sort of pull the machine to pull the granules off, which sort of takes off the top dead layer of skin. They say you need about 6 treatments. I think I did have the full set of 6, and did see a difference in the skin. Makeup was going on a lot nicer because the skin canvas was, smooth. But not something I'd really continue with, and I think excessive exfoliation as well isn't necessarily the best thing for your skin. Obviously, if you do too much exfoliation, you're taking off too many layers of skin, which is then in turn going to make your skin produce more oil, which in turn is then going to give you spots, because as we all know, spots are blocked hair follicles, blocked pores, and once it gets blocked, that's when the skin reacts by producing the spot. It's a way of trying to get rid of the bacteria that's underneath, and your skin needs its own natural oils, to stay healthy, to stay clean, and if you're taking too much of that away, then inevitably you're going to put yourself more spots. So too much of that I didn't really find useful. I did some chemical peels, which we use with salicylic acid. I did 3 of them. I think it was about 3 weeks from the apart. They weren't mega deep peels, so I didn't, I wasn't having to take time off work or anything. Yeah, I did find they did help, because salicylic acid is good for, fighting spots. But once again, they're not cheap, and keeping up with them, wasn't really ideal. And then I tried some laser treatments. So they used a red laser to get rid of some little blood vessels that I had. Got a bit of sun damage on my cheek here, from being silly when I was younger and not wearing sun cream, which I wish somebody had told me. Wear sun cream? No. So I got some sun damage and a few veins here as well that are a bit obvious. So the red laser really helped. That definitely toned it down. Could do with a few more treatments, to be honest, but it's just the cost of it. I don't think I could be bothered paying that much money for a couple of them. vessels, which can't do that much anyway, it's only me that notices them. And they also used a blue laser, which kills the bacteria. That helped. I think I had 2 sessions of both red and blue laser, but very expensive and no immediate results. I think it's something that you need to keep doing and keep doing. But the clinic that I went to did suggest this machine, which I will show you now. So it's called Lustra. Okay, and it uses blue light to kill the bacteria, which causes spots. Sounds good. So you get this little portable thing which attaches onto your clothes, and you get these little heads, you get 3 of them, which you plug into the machine, and you put them basically wherever you get spots in the little sticky adhesive pads. And you're supposed to wear it for an hour every night for 3 months. And I've got to say, it did make a difference. It definitely did, because I just put them around here. That's where my bracelets usually are. Yeah, I just find it really good. So if anyone's interested in the machine, go to the Lustra website, and you'll get a load more information. There's like case reviews and things on there as well of other people who have had worse, spots and things than me, and they found it a miracle cure. I mean, for me, it wasn't a miracle cure, but I've always got it now, so I can always use it if I ever get a really bad breakout again. But for the odd 1 or 2 spots, it's not something I'd really be sitting there with for an hour every night doing. But when my spots were at the worst, it's really helped. So because of all the treatments and all the products and everything else I've been trying, I decided to go back to the doctor and see if they could give me some antibiotics, which they did. At the time that I went back, I did have quite a few spots and was quite down about them, so the doctor prescribed me these. Now, don't ask me how you pronounce these. You can see limacycline, possibly. I'm not sure. But 2 months worth of these, 1 every night. I'm a month into them. On my 4th week into them. And so far I haven't seen a massive difference. But I will let you all know after my 2 months is up. I'm supposed to go back and I can possibly extend longer than the 2 months if I need to. But I'll see. And I also got a cream called Differin. And it's not the first cream I've had from the doctors. A couple of years ago I went and had one called Duac, D-U-A-C. So that's a hydrogen peroxide based cream, and I found that made my skin awfully dry. Really, really bad. I mean, I do still get dry patches every now and again, but I suppose depending on what products I'm using, that's probably why it's drying up. But so far with the Differin cream, no dryness, takes the redness off the spots well. No complaints with it really. Only been using it for like 3 weeks, just every night, just on any spots that I've got. That seems to be working. And then because I'm tackling the spots from the inside at the moment with the antibiotic and cream on the outside, I didn't want to use too many exfoliating or salicylic acid or anything like that. I don't want to do too much at once. So I've just been using cleanser, just a really gentle skin cleanser, suitable for sensitive or dry skin. And my skin, I would say, is sensitive as well as being prone to the spots and everything else. Because I am fair, I'm very pale, so I do burn easily, and the spot marks that I have don't fade quickly. So yeah, so far so good. I don't use this to take the makeup off, just as like a second nightly cleanse, so to speak. It's not really strong enough to take off and eye makeup. It's not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to have clear skin, and I think I've sort of finally admitted to that. But if these antibiotics can work enough just to give me 1 or 2 spots every month at the time of the month, I'll be happy. I do think your skin and what you've got is a lot to do with your genetics and just the physical makeup of your body. I do think obviously that there are things that do help, and certain things that I've tried, I've told you about, have helped. But just be wary of going to clinics and them telling you need this and this and the cost and everything. Start simple at first, and see how you go from there. Really, that's sort of the way I've tried to work it, and yeah. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope it's been interesting and you know, it's been something I've suggested that maybe you haven't thought of trying. I was hoping to do a proper skincare video where I go through, the products that I do use and ones that I've tried that I've liked and haven't liked and reasons why. So that should be coming soon. But let me know if there's any other questions you've got or any feedback. I am new to YouTube, and yeah, go easy on me, but at the end of the day, honesty is always the best policy, in my opinion, and I prefer you all to be honest with me and just tell me what you think. So thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye!